The TinCaps close out the homestand with a 5-2 win over the Dragons, and we're joined by our player of the game tonight, third baseman Nick Vilter. And Nick, it's been no secret, it's been a tough start to the week for the team. What changed tonight?
We just put emphasis on staying together and, supporting each other, backing each other up, and everything is going to turn around, Tough little 4-game loss streak right there, but, just stick with it, and, we're a good team.
Before the game tonight, I was talking to your manager, Francisco Morales, and I asked him, who's going to be a guy who steps up tonight to turn this thing around? He said, Nicky, you hadn't had a hit at Parkview Field this season. Your first at-bat tonight, an RBI double. Take us through that at-bat, and what does it mean to have the support of your manager despite struggles?
Yeah, got a good changeup to hit there and put a good swing on it. It's nice, knowing I have support, and just as long as I keep doing the right things, everything will turn around and, take care of itself.
And tonight was a complete effort all around, including on the defensive side. You helped start a double play in the 6th inning. In the 7th, you had an impressive play, fielding a bunt attempt. How about the defensive side of your game? Is that something that you always take pride in, even if the bat's not there?
Yeah, that's something I always, put emphasis on, and I always want to be the best at everything I do, and, defense is definitely part of that.
What's going to be key now for the team going forward on a 6-game road trip?
Same thing, location might change, but we're still the same team, and just stay together and play like we can.
Nick with 2 RBIs tonight in the TinCaps 5-2 win. Congratulations and good luck on the road.
Thank you.
Fort Wayne closes out the homestand with the win. Back in the booth after this. The homestand started with an all-around effort and another pretty complete one tonight to finish it as the TinCaps take care of Dayton 5-2 at Parkview Field. With Dave Doster, John Nolan, and Dave, pitching, defense, and hitting tonight all came together for the TinCaps.
It did. It was a good night for everybody, the fans in attendance, and Dormany came out and pitched a great game, got them going early, and the bats came alive tonight and with 10 hits and scored some runs.
And starting in the first inning, it was Michael Geddes, in the very first pitch that he saw, he hit a home run into the Xfinity home run porch. First pitch thrown by Seth Varner, a rude awakening, and Geddes did that even with the wind blowing in.
Yeah, he did. He got it in the left field where not much wind gets around the buildings out there, so he got a pitch he could handle and hammered it into the seats.
The TinCaps added to their lead in the second inning. That was Nick Vilter with a double to left field. Just heard from Nick. Nice to see him get going. Meanwhile, as you alluded to, Dormany, the lefty, mixing his pitches and having success.
He did. He was throwing his fastball or a changeup and slider there, mixing them all in well, throwing them for strikes, and when you're doing that, it's hard for the hitters to settle in.
And even when the Dragons had runners reach base, Fort Wayne's defense was on point. Jose Ruiz catches a runner stealing at second. Michael Geddes had an outfield assist, turned a couple of double plays. It was really impressive defense from Fort Wayne. Got some insurance in the 8th. Franmil Reyes, a 2-run single. Made it 4-0. Nick Vilter added a sacrifice fly. It was 5-0 Fort Wayne. Dragons got a couple of gratuitous runs in the top of the 9th inning, but the TinCaps win this series finale 5-2. And the TinCaps close out this homestand with more than 4,200 here tonight. Dave, for the month of April, 12 games in the TinCaps with record attendance.
Well, people have been coming out. The weather's been fairly nice, better than it was last year, so the people are coming out and showing up and backing these TinCaps.
6-game road trip starts tomorrow. Fort Wayne visits South Bend. That's a rematch of a pitching matchup we saw here at Parkview Field last weekend. Ernesto Montas, he was very sharp his first 2 starts of the season. Zach Hedges got the better of him here at Parkview Field on Saturday. Expect a different game tomorrow night.
Hope so. Montas just had a bad game. You're going to have those throughout the course of a season, so he's got a chance to come back, redeem himself against the same team, and hopefully he does better this time.
Fort Wayne 3-3 against South Bend so far this year. It's a game you can catch on ESPN Radio 1380, TinCaps.com, and the TuneIn Radio app. Well, our thanks to you for joining us here tonight at Parkview Field. The TinCaps are back home a week from tonight. We thank everyone behind the scenes tonight on our crew. For Dave Doster, John Nolan saying good night from downtown Fort Wayne.
This has been a TinCaps production.